This is Game 32 of the 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by our good friends over at Zappos. The Bananas and Party Animals do battle for the 25th time in 2023. The Party Animals 13-9, 4 games better than the protagonists of Bananaland. And the boys in yellow taking on the Party Animals tonight and Saturday night before they face off against the Florence Yalls here in Grayson Stadium in a 1-game Challenger Series on Monday evening. It is the 230th straight sold-out night game, spanning contests here in our city by the sea and throughout the USA. We are just about ready to rumble in our 96-year-old ballpark. This one tonight is for Mr. Willie Smith. Spent over 6 decades watching baseball here in Savannah. And starting for the Nanners tonight, Jared Donaldson, the 2022 Coastal Plain League champion and splitter specialist, averaging 5 minutes and 1 second per frame tossed across his 42 innings thrown on the tour thus far. 33 strikeouts. The big bugaboo has been those 19 ball 4 sprints. Remember in Banana Ball, when ball 4 is fired, instead of a walk occurring, all 7 fielders have to touch it before the ball is live, and quite often 2 bases or more can be snagged by the hitter turned runner. Take a look at the fearsome Party Animals lineup. Opposing Donnie, Reese Hampton leading off, and then Chase Acuff hitting in the first 6 spots for the first time on the tour in the 2-hole tonight. Jake Skoll and Bryson Bloom are the big poppers behind him. Then Dalton Cornett hitting 5th, Jason Swan behind him. Tanner Thomas, Breland Almadova, Joe Lytle, and Dustin Baber round out the Party Animals lineup. Here's Jesse Cole.
Fans, we like to start it different here in Banana Ball. So on 3, I need everyone here to say start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Showtime indeed, Mr. Jesse Cole. Pico Scala, so happy to have you all here watching on a Thursday night and joined by Party Animals player coach, Mr. Slammin' Sammy Claycamp. How you doing, stud?
I'm good, Pico. How are you doing, man?
Oh my gosh. So much better now that you have joined me in the booth. This is fantastic. Now, I'm so excited, especially to have you here, as this is a bold lineup switch. You guys have had Hampton, Cornett, Skoll, and Bloomer in the top 4 for probably over a month now. What goes into Chase Acuff getting up into the 2-hole tonight?
Well, we made a little switch up tonight. We wanted to go lefty-righty all the way throughout. Mix it up a little bit and just see how the boys play tonight. So all the bats are swinging it well. So how do you know? Acuff's typically a 2-hole hitter on just a lineup that bangs around. So
no, that's a fact. He is more than deserving of the spot. It's just so tough to get him up there when you have such a talented squad.
It is.
Hampton at the top of the lineup. Not many better than him. The switch hitting right fielder tonight for you guys. Serves that one foul. Still 3-2 count. Hitting .389, a .472 on base percentage. 1.172 OPS. That's
yeah, Hampton every day in BP. He's one that the confidence it reeks off of him. Every ball that he hits hard, he's gonna tell you about it, which is amazing. You know, Cornett says even if he had an ounce of the confidence Hampton has, Cornett would be a totally different ball player. There it is again.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat, he serves it into right. This is going to be trouble. Noah Bridges digging it out, and Reese will cruise into second with a lead-off double.
Can't get that guy out.
No, and especially leading off ball games. I mean, we got to dwell into some of the advanced statistics here to really figure it out. I feel like as you hop up in the booth, and look at that. Slamming Sammy. That's a beautiful boy up here in the press box. I feel like he's hitting like 800 when he's leading off ball games.
It feels that way. Every at-bat's good. I mean, he just doesn't have a bad at-bat. He doesn't make hardly any bad swings. Same way in BP. He's got a work ethic that works. You know, he's been around independent baseball and minor league baseball, and he just knows what the grind is. Same with Jake Skoll and really the whole lineup here. So it makes our job easy.
I'll tell you what, Acuff with a productive deep fly out to Noah Bridges there, and now probably, although it's tough to pick between Hampton, Skoll, and Bloomer, the most dangerous man in Banana Land, Jake Skoll. First round pick back in 2010 for the Texas Rangers, 7 years in minor league baseball. Then played 4 years of SEC football at the University of Georgia. And after a couple years in the Atlantic League, playing for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. He's in his third world tour, just like you, Sammy.
Yes, he is. And he can hit the ball. He's got potential to put a ball in the parking lot here. He's got untapped power that's just unreal.
It's a good-looking backdoor bender from Donnie there. Just missed the corner, according to Vincent Chapman. And that is a huge strikeout. Not sure if it was a splitter. Kind of had action like a changeup there, which is not really known in Donnie's arsenal.
No, but when he uses it right. Donnie knows how to pitch around guys. Donnie's a smart pitcher. Ooh, up in there.
Now Bryson Bloomer, you go from the on-base percentage and OPS king to the batting average king. Hitting .415 on the tour. Not bad in the OBP department either, .490. That's second best overall.
The same way that this guy lives in the batting cage. He's the first one here every day. He's in the batting cage for an hour before anybody even gets here. He knows his craft and he knows his swing. It's impressive. This lineup's just, it's hard to be wrong.
No, it's 10 incredible hitters, and especially Hampton, Skoll, and Bloomer have been the true big boppers of your Party Animal squad. Is now the count 3-1, and this is where pitching in Banana Ball is so difficult because there are not two empty bases. If Donaldson throws ball 4 here, Hampton scores easily from third. And that is exactly what's going to happen there. You like the look of that pitch, Sammy?
I do. It's off the plate, though, so I like Bloomer. Bloomer has the eyes. He's good. Good hitter. Hard out.
So Reese scores his tour-leading 36th run, and Bloomer gets his tour-leading 28th run batted in. He breaks a tie he had with Skoll.
There we go. Dalton brushing Bill Leroy's teeth there.
Really good tradition that the pride of Pippa-Passes, Kentucky, in his second World Tour for the Party Animals. It started here in 2023. Bloomer over at first base, your team leader in steals. He's 14 for 17. So as much as he bashes it, boy, he is a savvy base runner.
He's just a gamer. He just knows how to play the game. He steals at the right times. He's not a blazing speed guy, but he can run. He just knows when to take off. He's taking off in the right counts all the time.
Cornette hitting .348. That one grazes the inside corner. EC3 with 4 homers and 8 doubles. He has brought plenty of pop to your lineup as well, as there's a good back pick from Bill Leroy, trying to get his 2021 Coastal Plain League teammate. 3-1 for the Party Animals DH. Bloomer off on the pitch. It's skied into shallow right. Dalton Malden making the call, and the songbird of our generation will make the catch. Home run in an elevator shaft, but the Party Animals get 1 run while stranding 1 on 1 hit, and the Bananas will need 1 run to win the inning. Check that, 1 run to tie the inning, 2 to win it here in the first.
I'll tell you what, our lineup, the first inning, I think we score in the first inning almost every single game. We struggle a little bit with the second inning. I don't know if it's a hangover from that big first, but usually we score in the first inning every game.
Listen, Sammy, is you guys haven't gotten a whole lot of action over the past couple weeks. I mean, you bludgeoned the Bananas a couple Wednesdays ago. before heading to Tampa Bay. That was a 9-1 victory, tied for the largest margin of victory in a Banana Ball game of all time. He also scored 19 runs, which was the most ever, as Dylan Porter getting loose on the mound. And then, of course, you played Friday night in Tampa.
Right.
But since then, the Bananas heading to Kansas City. How restless is your squad here? Just chomping at the bit to play?
I'll tell you what, the locker room, the energy is crazy. Everybody was dancing in the locker room, which is not an everyday occurrence. I think it was 13 days since our last game. So, yeah, we had a few days off where guys kind of got to do what they wanted to do, take care of things, if they wanted to go home, whatever. And there's a lot of guys excited to be here today, just ready to get back at it. So a lot of guys excited.
You got to look at what your starter, Dylan Porter, has done on the tour so far. Now we look at the Bananas starting lineup. DR Meadows into the top spot with Dan Oberst out for the time being, nursing an injured hamstring. And then Eric Jones Jr. and Michael Deeb rounding out the first three, as they have for the past, well over a month and a half now at this point. Cody McFadden hitting cleanup. Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, Bill Leroy, Danny Hosley, Noah Bridges, and Dalton Malden rounding out the Niners order. And here's DR, who was the hottest man in the month of May, hit .515.
With a couple home runs there. Some power from DR. Not a big guy, but
he drives that one to left, but your guy Breland Almadova is under it.
Between the legs. Let's go.
Are you kidding me,
go.
Sammy?
Let's go.
The styling Hawaiian makes it look so easy.
And I tell you what, our outfielders, during batting practice, in practice, just the stuff they do with the trick catches is amazing. And it's every day there's something new, and every time it's impressive. It's stuff that nobody else anywhere in baseball is doing. So, we take pride in that. It's a lot of fun for us.
Breland now 8 for 16 in his trick play attempts. Peter just misses up. 2-0 count on the dangerous Eric Jones Jr. 327 batting average, 395 OBP. And it's just him and Dan Oberst with OPSs north of 1,000 for the Bananas. That is part of the reason why losing Dan at first base and in the leadoff spot for this lineup is so devastating. As Jones takes the 4-pitch sprint. He is on his horse, trying to get to second base, and he will do so. Breland, the 7th and final party animal who had to touch that ball. The innings tying runners in scoring position with one away. EJ's 10th sprint of the tour. One less than Michael Deeb, who leads the team with 11. In his third tour, hitting .360 with a .447 on base percentage. He's been superb.
He has been. He swings it well, sees the ball well, obviously with the 11 walks. Knows the zone, commands the zone, and really fouls off a lot of pitches. Could get himself late in those at-bats and put himself where he needs to be to draw a walk or get a pitch he can drive.
The Bananas leader in stolen bases, as you saw right there, 26 for 28, and runs scored. Out on second base, pinch running for EJ.
With a rose in his mouth.
Naturally. You got a guy out on second base in his third World Tour, a guy in the box in his third World Tour, and a guy up in the broadcast booth in his third World Tour, and slamming Sammy Claycamp, who was a teammate of Michael Deeb's back on the One City World Tour back in 2021. Now, if I could have told Sam Claycamp in 2018, when he was playing collegiately some summer ball for the Savannah Bananas, that he would return to Banana Land in 2021 and be one of the first two guys, the only two guys that were signed to the team on the day of the tryout, as Dustin Baber goes between the legs. Party Animals leader in trick plays, now 25 for 28 on the tour. I'll speed this one up for you, Sammy. Then you switch to the Party Animals in 2022, and now you are a player coach for the Party Animals. What would Sam Claycamp have said back in 2018?
I would have told you that's the next best thing to making several $1 million in the big leagues. I always told my family, like, if I get to retire in any jersey, it would be a Savannah Bananas jersey. Now, I'm totally okay with the Party Animals jersey. That team, when I said that, was not existent.
Correct.
So now I can't imagine retiring in any other jersey than a Party Animal jersey. So I love this. But even from 2018, this was what I dreamed of. This is something that I always wanted to see in baseball, and this is amazing. Jesse Cole, Emily Cole, the vision behind it all is just amazing. So how much better could it really get? I love every second of it. I can't thank them enough for bringing me back.
Oh my gosh, we're so happy to have you as D-Mac fouls it off. Bryson Bloomer makes the catch.
Between the beach chairs there. The absolute craziness here just never stops. So Bloomer navigating around the chairs, that's something you don't see on a baseball field very often.
So nice, you get to see it twice. Breland, check that, Bloomer with a wild route. He gets the job done now as we head to the second inning with your boys up 1-0. Let's check in on our showman of the night from Saturday in Legends Field in Kansas City. It was Eric Jones, and he did it for a couple of reasons, which we'll show you now. Here he is, lifting that big bat that has now since deceased ever since DR slammed it on home plate. First inning, base knock. That's good work by EJ, second man to hit for the Nanners on the night. He is aboard with a single, and now this is where the magic really happens. Bananas down to their final out, ties the game with a no-doubt smash over the home run patio out in left field. He's fired up, rightfully so, and he's going to get a chance to keep the game alive in a moment here in showdowns as you get to take a look at the home run swing one more time and the legendary bat flip as that. Now, the Bananas down to their final strike. EJ up again. Oh my gosh, did he get it? Well, he thought he did. I thought he did. Full capacity Legends Field thought he did, but it clanged off the top of the wall. EJ was admiring his work for a couple seconds, ends up being thrown out by Justin Wiley in the wildest showdown finish I have ever seen before. And there you go. Oh no! EJ, get on your horse, buddy. No. Well, the showman of the night was sure being a showman in showdowns there. Unfortunately, it ends up biting the Bananas in their tuchus. He was a couple inches away from the first ever out of the park home run in showdowns. Would have won the game, would have won the Challenger Series. How different history would be. But a couple inches short, and the Monarchs end up being champions of the Challenger Series.
I can't wait till we do finally get to see that home run to walk off a showdown. That would just be epic. It's been close several times, but we need a finish finally. So
I hear you there, man. Well, Donnie back out on the bump here in the top of the second. Party Animals lead 1-0. And Jason Swan with a 2-2 count on him. Your first baseman tonight. It's 6, 7, and 8 in your order. Tanner Thomas on deck. Breland Almodovar waiting in the hole. Swanee, the 5-year man out of Georgia Southern. Made his debut in Bananaland in the Summer Series this past August, spilling into September. Was actually a Banana and has traded the yellow for the black and pink, although a lot of green going on in your unis.
It is today, yeah. Our all blacks, the sleeves there have a lot of green. Probably our favorite right now. We've been wearing that jersey the most, so.
Payoff pitch to Swanee. Able to check his swing. Did he go? Wow, Vincent Chapman says he did. Did not check for help to Chris Walker down on first base. That was a surprising call.
It was. Sometimes we just got to roll with it, He wanted that pitch, and.
Okay, are we saying that it was actually a called strike? He pointed to the swing, did he not?
I think he pointed to the swing there. The swing is pretty close. I think we're going to call that on the swing.
Okay, it's going to be the second strikeout of the evening for Jared Donaldson. As Bill, after the pitch behind Tanner Thomas, will go right through the wickets and be ready to receive another ball from Donnie. Tanner, the Party Animal for the second straight tour, hitting .281, a .333 OBP. Collegiate Banana, 2018 and 2019. Coming in towards the end of the summers out of Tallahassee Community College before he shipped up to Blacksburg, Virginia. Spent 3 years as a Hokie at Virginia Tech.
Man, he loves Virginia Tech.
From the stories he's told, I understand why.
I do too. I do, very much so.
ACC baseball, phenomenal campus. Johnny with a little
phenomenal
hesitation.
Ball player. Swings the bat. Just like one of the best lefties I've seen hit.
As we have a slight break in the action here. I'll wait for the 2-2 offering from Donnie before I pull out another quiver from my proverbial arrow here. Nope, proverbial arrow from my, I'm going to forget I said that. Noah Bridges out and right will haul in the towering fly ball. Quick 2 outs for Donaldson. What was that first tryout like for you, Sam, when you and Dakota were the only 2 guys selected for that One City World Tour?
So I was coming off the COVID, my first professional season after COVID. I didn't really know what to expect. All I knew was what Jesse Cole had mentioned in his text to me and invite to come try out. So I kind of had a little idea of what it was going to be like, but obviously the Bananas do everything different than anybody would ever think. So that tryout was much different than a typical baseball tryout, but a lot of fun nonetheless. And obviously very exciting to make that team and get my foot in the door for the next several years of tours. So
how about that?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Bruin dunks that into right for a 2-out knock, and now Joe Lytle, the catcher, will swing it. What a majestic mane of hair Joe Lytle has. Huh?
It is. It is. He's got the Ray-Bans on today. It's got a little camera in it, so he's trying to record his at-bats and see if he can replay it and how it looks. So kind of a neat little thing he's trying to put together here.
It's a fun experiment.
It is.
High chopper to second. Dalton Malden will take care of Lytle. And Donnie with a successful top of the second inning.
Yes, it is time for the sim-up.
Sam, I cannot thank you enough for coming up on the broadcast, man. We're going to do it a handful of times because I have a full arsenal of questions that I would like to load on you.
I appreciate you inviting me up. It's great being up here. This is my first time ever being here, so I appreciate it. Thanks again, dude.
Absolute pleasure. Slammin' Sammy, 2018 Collegiate Banana and 2021 World Tour Banana. Well, we welcome in Michael Deeb, taking his place, another One City World Tour guy. Deeb, I got to talk about some shoes real quick because it's a good time to remind anybody who wasn't, or tell everyone and remind folks who are on the pregame show that we are giving away a free pair of Hokas in the Zappos family. In the 7th inning, we're giving out a keyword. I will tell you what it is then. There will be a link in the comment section on YouTube, a link in the description. It is called Buzzwords with Biko, as you can see right here. And this is a little look at what the Google form is going to look like for you. And the key is the keyword there, because if you don't put in the correct buzzword, you will not be entered into the running for a free pair of Hokas, which we will be giving away at the end of the broadcast. And in the 7th inning is when that keyword will be coming out. Okay. Michael Vitamin Deep, thanks so much for popping up into the broadcast.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Now, some mighty hacks so far this evening, Mr. Vitamin Deep. Couple good strokes there, end up grounding out. How you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good. Seeing the ball well. Batter's box is a little bit of sandbox, so we really got to dig in, get those feet in there. Head was moving a little bit, but like the pitchers that I was swinging at, Porter likes to keep it firm a lot. He'll mix in that changeup, but saw a lot of heaters, try to work it above the barrel, and just got into a 2-strike count there, and at a minimum want to move the runner over, give him a chance to score. D-Mac, obviously, a guy that can lose the ball at a moment and give us a chance to win an inning there. But down 1, Donnie goes back and puts up a 0, and now we're ready to get on the board here and tie the ball game.
And we got a little Copperhead Road going from your teammates. Now, how sad are you that you're not line dancing with them right now?
I mean, I'm sad about it. I don't know if they're missing me much because I might make that whole production look a little bit worse, honestly. Line dancing experience, minimal. Optimism and enthusiasm, maximal. So, would like to execute a little bit better at the plate, but I'm telling you, my country line dancing, it's got some ways to go. But shout out Saddlebags for giving us a place to get in the gym and get our work in terms of country line dancing.
That's a really good point by you there. So Porter out for his 2nd inning of work. Fastball low to mid-90s, a lot of zip on it. As Cox able to battle away that 2-2 offering. Also offers a curveball, slider, and changeup. That's what you saw Ryan swing through on the 2-1 offering. You guys just need 1 run to win the inning. It's 5, 6, 7 in the order. And
good fight there.
Yeah, Ryan continuing to battle.
Yeah, we've been putting in a lot of work. He's a guy who's constantly wanting to get himself better at the plate, making adjustments, and love the way that guy works. Really good opportunity to get something firm again here. 3-2 count. I'm going to guess he's going to probably try to go inside with a fastball, something over the heart of the plate.
Especially after going down and away with the changeup.
It's
Payoff
there.
pitch.
Get in there, get in there, get in there.
Freeland
Almadova covering ground. For as much as he likes to mess around and really please the crowd, I'll tell you what, he does it with a high sense and baseball IQ. He really positions himself well. And as silly as it seems at times, it really positions him well to make a nice combination of great baseball plays with the trick play flair, which obviously we love here in Banana Land.
He's already got one tonight, and yeah, he actually has won an independent Pro Ball Gold Glove, and he's won a Platinum Glove as being the best outfielder in all of affiliated ball when he was with the Diamondbacks. I mean, it's no joke what he can do in the field.
No, the guy is incredible to watch, incredible teammate, and love just being his teammate and seeing him play.
It's a line drive
Nice.
from Jackson Olsen over the attempt from Dustin Baber there at second. And the grade 8 will plump his Tookus right on first base. He's the inning-winning run.
Love that swing from Olsen. Not trying to take away anything from him, but honestly, maybe the softest hit he's had in a while, because I don't remember the last time I've seen him keep a ball in the stadium. That guy's swinging a hot bat, and he has absolutely no fear to party out front with that barrel.
That's a fact, man. Especially April spilling into May now. He's got the batting average up to 305, OBP at 352. His 889 OPS is ninth best on the tour, right behind you. I mean, he's swinging a good bat, man.
Guy can swing the stick.
And he's taken off. Throw from Lytle. In time. And he is erased just like that. He's now 3 for 4 on the tour in stolen base attempts. First time he's been nabbed. That was an excellent throw from Lytle.
Prince of Banana Land here, ready for a little backside pop. And it looks like Reese is playing a little shallow there. Wouldn't mind him losing one over his head.
That's a shattered bat. Ends up being shallow into center, and Hampton with burning speed, the former Detroit Tigers product, takes care of it easily. It's a scoreless second inning, still a 1-0 lead in points for the Party Animals.
So far, the pitchers are pounding the zone and been a little bit more flaral than the barrel out tonight. Seen a couple broken bat jam shots. Breland brought his bat with him over to first base. And there's a little dink shot. And, you know, I love the Bananas jumping on board tonight with a little bit of the, what do they call it, henna or fake tattoos.
Yes.
So some guys, I was like, had a double take. Wait a second, guys. You've been spending some time at the tattoo parlor? Or is that, no, that's just the old wet it, stick it, and peel it.
It looks legitimate as Maceo brings his player dance from foul territory right around the mound. DJ the Invader, Christian Bierman, Alex Ziggy Ziegler, and Malachi Mitchell all involved in this artistic performance.
Love to see it. And how about Dan Oberst, you know, clearing up that hamstring, getting himself back to 100%, but catching with a fielding glove, doing a job here as Bill Leroy gets his gear back on and gets ready to get this inning underway while these guys are just absolutely putting on a show around Donnie. I love it.
We talked about Dan's journey through Banana Land on Saturday night on the broadcast, but he actually came here as a catcher, and the knees weren't doing too good anymore. Tyler Gillum quickly converted him to first base, and boy, he's been fantastic there ever since.
Yeah, Dan is a guy that just has a lot of grit and just really not an excuse maker. He's all about the results and yes or no answers. He lives his life with conviction, and great friend, life brother, and a teammate. I'm so grateful that I'm able to come here and spend a lot of time around Dan, because guy, you spend a lot of time in the weight room, in the kitchen, and just hanging out with a great person.
Dustin Baber chops one past the stab of Jackson Olsen. That was a tough play down the line. An infield single in Biko's book. How does Michael Vitamin D roll it?
That's my Banana third baseman over there. We're definitely giving that the hit there.
Yeah.
Tough play.
Tough play.
Took a wonky hop there, but I really love the way that Jackson has just been playing third with a lot of conviction as of late, especially as you see him bouncing around here with some of the different shifting we're doing and moving guys around. He's been absolutely electric. It's a foul ball to the right side. Little too early for Hampton here. Ground ball double play would be a thing of beauty, but Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. We got it. 3-2-2. I was like, boys, I did not know about this shift we were doing. Here we go.
This is the extreme double play depth for Malden, Cox, and Meadows as that one skied. Where is it? Looks like it's out of play. And a successful boogie.
Coach Mike Vivase is not going to help us with that one over there. Look at, he is just absolutely lounging in the coach's box at third base. He's having a good time.
He's got the sunglasses on. He might be asleep.
I can believe it. Oh, nope, there goes the hands. I think he hears us. He hears us, and he's like, no, boys. He's tapped in, locked in, as Reginald Horton would say.
1-2 to Reese Hampton, who was your teammate on last year's tour. And Reese, good to leave the box there because got the tower buzzed by the inside offering from Donnie. 2-2 now to the switch hitting right fielder. Check that, in center field. Although he didn't start the game there. Anyway, just thinking out loud, is Danny Hosley able to make the snag in shallow left center?
Do it all, Haas, taking that little flare away. I mean, where do you want to put him? Because he'll do it, and he'll do it well. The guy can play all over the diamond. He can get on the mound for you. On the off days, he's catching guys, throwing live innings for us in practices. Just an all-around great teammate, great person, and man, he is entertaining too. For a guy that just came out of college and hasn't really got a whole lot of experience with this stuff, he dove right into banana ball, and his buy-in is off the charts and great for the culture.
Chase Acuff on the first pitch he saw tonight, deep fly out to right, ended up getting Hampton to third. He was then brought in on the Bloomer one-base sprint, reason why the Party Animals have 1 point on the board tonight. Acuff, the shortstop, moved up to the 2-hole. Former hardest guy to strike out in Division II baseball when he was at Eckerd College, finished up at Rollins. And hanging tough here, still a 1-2 count.
Really good athlete, Acuff. Just the pure baseball plays that he makes at shortstop are incredible. And seeing him adopt the trickster style of play has been something that's really cool. But I think what really stands out for him is his ability to get rid of the ball quickly. He could be deep in that 6-hole, and that ball's going to be over towards first base, giving his guy a chance to pick up an out each and every time.
It's like the ball doesn't spend any time in the glove at all.
No, it's like a trampoline just right over to first base. I mean, it's just normal, get rid of it and throw. Looks like a trick play because you're like, wait, did you use your glove there, or what happened?
He's up with a 2-2 count on him now. And he's battling here. Only 8 strikeouts on the tour compared to 6 sprints he's received. Faber over at first base, not a threat to run. 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts, and the only time he was successful was stealing first base. That one chopped to short.
Do it.
Ryan Cox, glove to glove. No time at all to turn to, but they'll take the lead runner.
Yeah, good play there. Gets the sure out. Quick runner by Acuff going down the line, and not an opportunity to get the out at second, but you always want to throw it over there because you never know, again, what guys are doing down the baseline or what trickery is up the sleeve. Give him a chance. Here we go with the skull shift. Bring that back to Olsen earlier. Third baseman now playing somewhere behind second base, Dalton Malton in shallow right. They're basically giving him that 6-hole hit, but the big strong man of Jake Skoll, don't think he's trying to slap a single the other way. He definitely has a lot of pop in that bat. A veteran bat, a guy that swings at good pitches, knows what he wants to do at the plate, knows what he's looking for, and again is a very convicted hitter in the box.
That was a mighty hack and a foul ball. Count 1-1 on Skoll. He struck out his first time on really nice Jared Donaldson changeup, not the pitch he's known for.
Is this a steal sign from Mike Vivase over at third? Is it a dance move or a steal sign? You just don't know.
Funky Town.
Oh, good little switch of the timing there. It looked like he was trying to shuffle into that one and get over to second base for a chance to score with 2 outs.
Acuff was dancing. He's 4 for 6 on the tour in his stolen base attempts. Maybe that vacant left side of the infield looks a little more appealing to Skoll now that he's behind 1-2 in the count. 3 of his 6 home runs on the tour have been the opposite way, so he's got pop to left field too.
Yeah, just not slapping singles.
Yeah.
He'll hit one 385 to 450 backside, but a little dribbler over there, not the interest of Mr. Skoll. Good pitch, full count. He rips that one over to the cars behind first base.
Well, that ball is destroyed foul. It reminds me of probably the 11 or 12 foul home runs that you have on the tour thus far, Michael.
Hey, you know, so we are the Bananas, and you know, I haven't got the chance to talk with Jesse yet, but I'm thinking in one of our idea sessions of bringing in the banana foul pole, because I think with a little bend in that foul pole, it could have helped me out.
Wow.
Here.
Strike from Bill.
See ya. Oh, Roy throwing a strike down to second. Inning over for the Banana Boys.
About that. For the second straight inning, Nanners just need one run to win it as you get another look at the successful caught stealing there for the Nanners. Okay.
Yep.
Check this out, Deeb.
What do we got?
We've been getting some fan mail. This one from Caden, who said, I love the Bananas. I have a learning disability, and my name is Caden, and can you say hi to all the players for me on live stream? Caden, we will do it one at a time. Michael Deeb, Caden says hi.
Caden, how you doing, my brother? It's so good to see you. This is a beautiful piece of art that you dropped. I love the X you have through the party animal logo, and that nice banana looks like it's holding a nice bat right there, ready to crush the ball. I will make sure when I go back down to the dugout that everybody knows you're rooting us on, thinking about us, and we just love the opportunity to get some fan mail and hear from you, Caden. You're an absolute stud.
No, that is really cool, and really good artistry, too. I mean, this is
better than I've ever done, I'll tell you that. I think the only C I got in middle school was in a 7th grade art class, and the teacher said that she didn't believe my effort was there, and I just tried to explain to her, man, my talents are in other arenas, but didn't vote well, got a C, and made up the GPA slack in some other departments.
Yeah, well, you had to if you were going to make your way to Notre Dame. I mean, how do you end up navigating that when you're such a good baseball player as well, but obviously a prolific football player? As speaking of, looks like the party animals are setting up in a huddle here.
Phenomenal football reference here. I'm interested. What do we got going on?
Well,
are they trying to mock the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh, no, they're lining up in formation. Okay.
No ring around the rosy.
We got
here.
A double set. We're going to send a guy in motion. Looking for the pulling guard. Dustin Baber looks like he wants to pull here. Is it a... Oh, they're going to flea flicker it. Oh, my goodness. It's going to slide. We got no defense. Oh.
Offering low.
Oh, okay, low. Got it.
That was wild. I couldn't have had anybody better in the boots for that play to develop.
Man, that was pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. I'm all for it.
Well, the man you were waxing poetic an inning ago for Danny Hosley leading it off. It's 8-9-10 for the Bananas. Bridges and Malden on deck and in the hole, respectively.
Hosley, a guy, again, that loves to work. So we were hitting some machine after practice yesterday, and I'm pretty sure he might have taken 500 extra swings. That guy is a workhorse. He loves everything about the work. And again, it's so cool to be around a group of players that really want to improve ourselves every way, from just playing the game fundamentally sound and learning these trick plays and executing at a high level. So really just shout out to both teams, both squads there in terms of their buy-in to creating a really elite and talented culture. Beat it through the legs. And a guy that has been very tricky over there at third and full of barrel, Mr. Bryson Bloomer, does us a favor there with a guy on first base and no outs. Now Mr. Dalton Malden in the hole. We're getting towards the end of the lineup here, and I think that means it might be about time for me to go back down there and try to help our team with a little barrel pop.
Steve, thank you so much once again. Getting a half night off and hanging out.
Oh, so great to hang out with you. Shout out Mom and Dad. Love you guys. And let's win this game, man.
Boy.
Go Bananas.
You got Danny
sliding in there safely, baby. Love that. Love to walk out on a guy on base and scoring position.
Thanks, Steve. There goes Michael Vitamin Deeb, a legend of the One City World Tour in 2021. And boy, he's been better than ever this time around. Mentioned it at the top of us chatting as Noah Bridges up the middle, past the dive of Dustin Baber. Hosley being waved around. The throw from Skoll offline. Nanners walk off the third inning. This game is locked at a point apiece. Nobody is hotter in the music business right now than Taylor Swift. Team going a little a cappella action there as Noah Bridges picks up his 7th walk-off of the tour. His 14th ribeye. Hosley racing around, a man with 8 walk-offs. Just like that, we've got a 1-1 ball game going to the 4th, and I am joined by 2 incredibly special guests. How about the Bananas coordinator of baseball operations, Barry Aldridge, and the Bananas ace of their pitching staff, Kyle Lewis. Squeeze in here, guys. The camera's pretty tight up in the booth. I will start with you, Barry. Michael Deeb just exiting right there. How lucky do you feel to have been able to bring that guy into the fold back on the One City World Tour?
Oh, incredibly lucky. I mean, Deeb is just one of the all-around best humans that you could possibly be around. So it's been a no-brainer bringing him back year after year so far. See no end in sight.
Kyle, it has been an eventful evening thus far. Your guy Donnie, a little rough in the first inning, which is understandable with the big boppers up top, but he has really settled in. What are you seeing from him tonight?
Definitely just the stuff that we've been talking through. Me and him both with the slider and the command of it, especially in hitters counts. And I mean, there's something about that first inning. It's hard to get out of against the Party Animals, and I consider 1 point or 1 run in the top of the first a big win for us.
Now, Barry, you have been the puppet master behind just about every pro team that the Bananas have ever fielded in the history of this organization. How tough was it to bring in a guy like Kyle Lewis for the 2022 World Tour? I mean, you must have really been on the fence about putting him on the roster.
It was a long, arduous debate, but no, Kyle, I had no hand in that. Kyle, you can take all the credit for being here, being a guy that came back several times over the course of the collegiate team. It was a no-brainer, honestly.
Yeah, of course, understandable. Now, we have to exit the booth because as excited as I am to have 3 of us up here, let's just make the broadcast a little crazier. We have another guy with a mic on him down on the field. Eric Jones, how you living?
What's up, Biko? I'm living good, man. Just gotta watch my lips in case Jake could come at me.
I hear you there, man. We also have some kind of gymnastics going on off to your right, and now Vincent has called time to dance. This is full-time pandemonium on the broadcast.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. There's a lot of screaming, and rightfully so, because I think 4 things just happened in sync when one was ending, one was starting. And I think we're going to play baseball here right now.
That's Banana Land for you.
It's a fact, EJ. So let's get the paperwork out of the way early on here. Skull, Bloomer, and Cornette due to swing it. It's 3-4-5 in the Party Animals order. Jake struck out his first time. 0-1 count on the Party Animals center fielder, who's been bopping back around between center and right with Reese Hampton. It's a good take from Jake. EJ.
Yes.
Let me be the first, unless you've already heard this, I kind of think that I'm breaking news to you. Let me be the first to congratulate you on winning your 3rd Showman of the Night on Saturday.
That's huge. I was hoping there's a chance. Would have loved to have won that game, obviously, but that was a fun one. The whole series was great.
And EJ, I just got to say, having 2 in my back pocket, I feel like those are the 2 best things I've ever done in my life.
I saw that. Congratulations, Kyle.
Thank you so much. But you having 3 is something that I'm going to chase for the rest of the tour.
Who's leading the tour? Do we know?
You are tied with Danny Hosley.
That is that's a big honor.
Bryson Bloomer also has 3. A skull down swinging for the 2nd time tonight.
I mean, that's some good company up there, EJ. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, we're taking care of business here. It's good stuff.
Hey, Eric, Barry here. Before this next batter, I wanted to ask you something. I did a little digging, and I found out that back when you were in high school, you used to have a secret snack under your mattress. You know what I'm talking about here?
Yeah, Nutter Butters.
What?
Under your mattress?
Well, sometimes you get hungry late at night, like going down making noise or nothing. And
why don't you tell the folks how that became common knowledge that you used to hide snacks under your bed specifically?
So it's got to be from my family. Shout out my family. Probably my mom or my grandma. But hey to my whole family.
Under the side that you don't sleep on, or the side that you're laying on? You just smush the Nutter Butters?
No. It was like under the box springs. So like there's like some wood down there and stuff, like a nice little ledge. And there was like a little hole in my box springs, so had easy access down there. A little midnight snack. Wow, it's all about the gains.
Dakota Burns said our third base camerawoman just took that foul ball off the chest. She hasn't moved the muscle. Hands are still on the camera. She is a consummate professional, and Brett Helton is checking on her.
Everybody on the staff here does their job so well.
I think Brett was a athletic trainer in his past life, so she should be pretty good in pretty good hands down there.
Well, now Francis, our official athletic trainer, going out to check on her. So as much as I trust her in Helton's hands, happy to see Francis throw her hat into the ring. We've got a heck of a battle here between Mr. Three Showman Bloomer and Donnie on the bump. Another payoff pitch coming.
Yeah, there it is.
Called strike 3.
That's 2.
I don't know about height, but I mean, from the bird's eye view up here, I thought it caught corner.
Yeah, if it got corner, it's there. Then.
I'm a little biased in the pitching department, but
look at me.
I would pencil it into the too close to take.
Yeah,
with
for
2
sure.
strikes department.
Now EJ with our teammate Danny O out of the lineup for a little bit with a tweaked leg. I'm assuming you're going to be playing first a lot. You already have a good bit. How comfortable are you over there at first? And have you played it?
Oh, I love first. It's
Oh no! Dalton Cornett broke towards first, ended up leaving the box, and he is out trying to steal first base. Well, hesitation. The rule is if both teams leave the box, you gotta go. And he's out. EJ, let's let us finish your spot there, buddy. That first base.
Yeah, I love playing first base. I played there for the Mariners most of my time. Played there a lot throughout my career. Really comfortable everywhere, honestly. But first base is easy. I love picking. I love using my hands, and I'm up for whatever I need to help the team win.
All right, real quick, as it's Hey Baby time, can you just walk us through how amazing it was to tie the game with that homer on Saturday night, and then obviously the emotions of nearly winning the game in Showdown?
Yeah, I think that home run was like the most exciting home run I've ever hit. And once I saw that we were going to get another opportunity to hit in the 9th, I knew that I needed to make something happen. And then I knew I had the first at bat in the Showdown, so I wanted to have a good at bat, and thought I had won it there. But just to hit 2 balls hard felt good, and give our team a chance. All you can do is compete, and that's what we do out here.
Well, as Deep said on the post-game show in the Plaza Party, you live by the barrel, you die by the barrel. That was a death by the barrel. Listen, it's been so much fun watching you play and getting to chat with you on the tour. We'll do it a lot more often, buddy.
Yeah, thanks so much. See you guys. Let's get a win.
There goes Eric Jones from the dugout. Well, it's Hey Baby O'Clock here in Banana Land. Tie game at a point apiece. Niners just need 1 run here in the 4th to take their first lead in the all-important points category tonight.
well spoken is that Eric Jones Jr. fella. I have the grace and the luxury of being his locker mate in the locker room, and I've got to say, I mean, you touched on the snacks under his bed. I don't know if what he brings into the locker room is under his bed the night before, but I mean, he brings in some really, really tasty looking snacks. It's a lot of seasons. This morning he had a bagel that he made at home with a fried egg and guacamole on it with bacon. Or not guac,
That's awesome.
avocado.
Okay, that changes
And
things.
yeah, I mean, it's always good stuff over there. It smells great every single day that I get to the locker room, so I couldn't be happier.
10-1-2 for the Bananas here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dalton Malden, and then at the top, DR and EJ fresh off the mic. Malden, the songbird of our generation, takes the heater just a pinch outside. I will say the party animals barking at Vincent Chapman. They have a point. That was the same pitch that Bloomer was just punched out on a half inning ago.
I'm kind of sad the inning was quick. I did my research. I've got quite a few EJ tidbits. Shout out his mom.
Wow, did you actually contact his mom?
Oh yeah, you told me he was going to be on, and I was like, oh okay, I'll do my work. So yeah, shout out to Kim. She helped out a ton today. We had a nice call.
That's amazing right there. Charlotte Kid, that's incredible work by you, Barry. You know, payoff to Dalton Behang's tough.
Well, when Biko gives you a shot, you got to take advantage of it. You know, most of the time I'm sitting at home watching Kyle here, watching all these other guys. You know, Biko, I get the text. I'm going to prepare. You know.
I feel real lousy. I mean, I've been up in this booth more times than I can count, and I've never done any research before.
To be fair, I do have all the contracts, so I used his emergency contact, which was his mother. It could have been anyone.
That's fair.
You know, but I assumed it would be one of them.
But I mean, I'm right next to the guy. I should know some stuff about him. I mean, there's things said in locker rooms that, you know, don't get said anywhere else. And I don't even think mothers know about. I just need to be better. I need to listen more.
That's okay.
I think I'm talking too much in there.
Well, do you want to hear another fun fact?
Yes, please. Enlighten me.
I'm throwing the hook out there.
Unload them.
So another fun fact, EJ, the very first year he played baseball, was the second to last player picked in the entire league, and it devastated him. So he busted it, and just a year later was the second player picked in the entire league. His mom was very proud of that.
How old was he then?
7 and 8.
Oh, wow. Those are the years that mold you.
Seriously.
that could have been detrimental.
It's a testament to the kind of guy that Jones Jr. is, as that one graces the bottom of the zone. Count 2-2 on DR, who flew out to a trick play between the legs. Freeland Almadova out in left field. That one just misses the inside corner. That's one that Kyle has wanted a lot on this tour.
So that's all I want in life, is to win showmans every time I pitch, and that inside corner to be a strike.
That's going to be ball 4. DR's off to the races, and the throw is errant. Things could get wacky here. Skoll was the first fielder to touch it. It's through the outfield, now the infield. DR racing around third base. Bloomer 360 to home. Oh no, DR's caught a rundown. Now Dylan Porter trying to track him down. He does! Pandemonium. Meadows was the inning-winning run. It was a pass ball, an errant throw from Lytle, but all 7 party animals touched the ball, and Meadows gunned down at the dish.
That was tough. You hate to see that. I mean, you got to take advantage of sprints in banana ball.
Tucker Perry wasn't even in the play, but he looks like he's come up limp. He's getting carried off into the dugout.
You never know what's going on with that guy.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, shout out Dylan Porter there at the end, tracking down a guy that was 26 for 26 in stolen base attempts last summer for the Bananas. I mean, DR's got burning speed, and Porter's shown the athleticism.
He's done that a few times on tour with the trick catch. He's made some really good plays on, swinging bunts, because you can't regular bunt, obviously.
Correct. EJ not enthused by the call there. What you don't get on the inside corner, getting an inch or two off the outside, Kyle.
I'm gonna get either. Next topic. I think the only thing that could have been was the classic. I think Maceo must have been mid-dance. And, DR's round in third. Not sure how many party animals had touched it.
Right.
And I think he came in a little Cadillac-esque. What it looked like to me.
Gotta be honest, I think DR thought that he had a lot more time there, because he did kind of pump the brakes a little bit going around third. Not like he was hesitating at all, just that he thought that he was going to be home free easily. Bryson Bloomer doesn't have a play. Speaking of swinging bunts, EJ, after a 2-base sprint his first time, once again aboard. Having a fantastic second tour with Bananas.
Beeks, I feel bad. We haven't really addressed what's going on in the first base coaching box the last inning and a half. It's unbelievable.
What do you call that?
I don't know.
How do you learn that is your talent?
Extreme balance?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good. I've been upgrading my handstand skills, but I'm on the ground when I do that, and it's probably about 15 to 20 seconds, and I've got both hands on the ground, and he was bouncing with one hand on another fellow's head earlier.
What? I haven't had the brain capacity to look over there, because it's just one more thing to bamboozle me here. Steve drives that to right. Reese Hampton continues to switch back and forth with Skoll, makes the play, and the Bananas had a golden opportunity to win that inning, but DR thrown out on the 3-base sprint. And it's still a 1-1 ball game heading to the 5th.
That's something I think that you guys might have maybe a tad bit of insight on. Sometimes I see Reese out there in center, which I think is the clear right play. And then sometimes you see Skoll out there in center, and I don't know if it's, we've got Porter on the mound that throws a little bit harder. assuming that most of the righties are going to be late and they want their best outfielder out there and right and can cover that gap towards the fan wall. But I think, you know, any day that ends in Y, I want Reese Hampton in center field.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. He's an 80 grade prospect with the Tigers as far as defense went, and we have a brand new promotion going on down there. This is 3 soaks and you are out. The kids are blindfolded. No, they're not. They're just wearing hats. The dads are blindfolded. I actually can't tell because I can't see their faces. I just felt like they were blindfolded.
I think the dads are blindfolded.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Good job, Chris Haynes, Griffin Ellis, and company in the control room getting us the shot we needed there. Kids are having fun.
I'd like to get a close-up on the dads here and see where they're getting hit.
Well, next time. first ever 3 soaks and you're out. That's a win in my book.
I like it. I would have loved to have thrown water balloons at my dad back in the day. As a matter of fact, I would love to do that right now. It was his birthday yesterday, and I would have loved nothing more than to pelt him with water balloons.
Happy belated birthday, Mr. Lewis. Jason Swan steps into right-handed batter's box. Showers Mr. Leroy and Mr. Chapman with money that Vincent will now scavenge up and throw into his pocket. A 1 count on the Party Animals first baseman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday to Beth Little Bowen, mother of Carson Bowen, our ticket czar here in Banana Land.
Thank you for birthing him.
Yes, I agree. I would agree with that.
Good job by you.
Thank you so much for blessing us with Carson, who then gave me an incredible tour of Wilmington this past September. I mean, plus all the laughs that he's gifted me with, as Noah Bridges adds a little spice to pretty casual fly ball out and right.
Now, do we give that a trick play?
No.
I assumed not. I just wanted to confirm, because I know it's kind of part of his repertoire, and I didn't want to, I just wasn't sure.
I don't want to live in a world where that's a trick play, because I'm doing that on the mound then.
Tanner Thomas, who flew out to Bridges and right his first time.
Kyle, I like your signature trick play between the legs.
Thank you. I've been getting a lot of feedback that people like it. I've been getting a lot of feedback that I need to do something different.
Gosh, that ball was smashed, but it's going to be foul.
I wouldn't mind seeing you throw another one in there, but it's a good solid. It's like bloomers between the legs. You know,
my question is, and I mean, we could get something going in the chat possibly, if you've done your research enough, like I think you may have. Do you have any ideas that you're bringing to the table? Because I'd be more than happy to try anything.
I don't yet, although I will say off the top of my head, pun very much intended.
Nice. That's a strikeout, 5th of the night for Donnie.
That I would love to see you do your handstand, switch to one hand and flick it with the other.
The Matt Wolf.
Yes.
Well, Matt Wolf's was a cartwheel.
Yes. No,
he's got a pitch where he faces center.
That's a good point.
I mean, yeah, I might have to throw with him one day and get that one going. If I could lay in that, yeah, that would be pretty cool.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I don't hate that one.
Love to see the punt.
I mean, I get like 3. I don't trust my feet enough. I'm not athletic for that. But I get at least 3 handstands in a day. So I don't see why I can't work that into my daily vitamins.
Reeling 1 for 1, base knock into right his first time. Now count 1 and 2 on the Party Animals left fielder. By the way, some more birthdays. Eric Sunvold and Chris, a.k.a. the Banana Soldier, one of our Banana Nanas.
I like we have a lot of May birthdays.
Yeah.
Around the docket.
May 11th.
For birthday.
Popular day. We just had.
The press box is falling down.
Yeah. Our brand new sound system just crashed to the press box floor, and Breland Almodova's 2 for 2.
The single machine.
There had to have been a correlation.
Good. He is the single machine. As Jacob Teston was the walking barrel party, Breland Almodova has now collected and carry the 1. His 26th single out of 29 hits. The other 3 were doubles. Although he has foregone 2 extra base hits and gifted himself singles because instead of actually running the bags, he just kind of strutted up to first base and javelined his bat into right field.
Or into Dan Oberst's head.
You know, Beeks, speaking of the walking barrel party, I'm supposed to see him on Saturday. Supposed to go hit the golf ball around a little bit.
Speaking of the walking barrel party, Jacob Keston, I saw him in the building tonight.
Oh, no
Yes,
kidding.
he is. I think. Oh, I can pick him out right there. Backwards hat,
Wow.
cut off party animal.
That was
shirt.
quick.
Yeah, I saw him sitting over there earlier. I wanted to get some roses out.
Did you give your rose to Jacob Keston as
I did not.
Lytle thought that was ball 4. He's brought back to the batter's box by Vincent Chapman. Still a hitter's count. And now he gets his sprint. The Bananas get it around the infield. Now to DR. Bridges. Hosley. Throw home. In time to get Breland Almadova. And Breland and Baber furious that Chapman called the styling Hawaiian out there. And I gotta be honest, he looked safe to me. But it was a sweet play, wasn't it?
I love that play.
It was really tough because he definitely got tagged on the back foot, but I wasn't able to see the tag and where Breland's hands were at the same time. I got a replay coming though. Tag.
Oh!
I think he might have got him.
He might have gotten him. Can we see it again? Yes, we can.
Bam. Yeah. Oh,
I like it.
I think he's out.
Boy, that's as close as it comes.
Where's the plate? Where's the plate?
Tag.
Wow.
No hand.
Yeah.
No hand. He's short.
Vincent Chapman, I owe you my sincerest apology.
He's short. Wow.
That's a good one. That's a good call. That's a really good call.
That's a tough call to make, too. Stupendous ball 4 sprint defense by the Bananas as they clean up my scorebook here.
And we come into the booth.
Oh, goodness gravy. The wheel of unfortunate. Let's get after it.
I don't know if I have a spot in here or not.
Oh, yeah, you can figure it out.
That is other person picks or go coach first
It
base.
seems like it's slightly on go coach
I think
first
it's go
base.
coach first base.
See you, Beeks.
Rats.
For how long? How long are you gonna be down
For
there?
a batter. I'll be
Okay,
down
I'll
there
hold
for
it
a
down.
batter.
We
Okay,
can
thank
hold
you.
it down for that.
Kyle,
Maybe I'll spin the same thing and we can do it together.
Kyle, you're carrying the load here.
No. We need a theme song for when the wheel spins. And it is going to be 5 gift members. Let's go. Because it was almost talk like Sherman, and I'm not good at that. Barry, give her a twirl. There's no method to the madness. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
I'm really hoping it's not go coach first base.
Handstand on the wall.
So right here?
You got to be in camera. I feel like you got to be in camera.
All right, I'm going to tuck the shirt in real quick.
Okay,
and do
I'll
what
get
we
out of
have
the way
to do.
so you make sure
just
you
in
have that.
case.
And while you go,
can
you
I
should
even
probably
wear
unplug.
this while I do
You
it?
should probably unplug. I'll
All right.
commentate it.
I'm
As
doing this for a batter?
Dakota McFadden steps into the box. First pitch is taken way outside. And Barry is going to assume the position. You guys can't see it, but Barry is doing a perfect handstand backwards into the back wall. I don't know. Now, it didn't specify how long you're supposed to hold that for, but that's a lot better than I thought. Yeah, go ahead. We'll just stick with the batter theme. Pico is not yet in the first base coach's box, and D-Mac is fouling one off into the back net and is quickly behind 1 and 2. Porter out for his 5th inning of work, and Barry is off of the wall. I am all tangled up in headphones, and Pico is now, oh my goodness, Dakota McFadden! Back to the wall, it's out of here! Pico Scala is good luck in the first base box! We don't even need him. One batter later, Dakota McFadden walks off the bottom of the 5th.
Wow, Kyle, you're really good at this.
That was my first home run call. I almost blacked out.
You're really good at this, Kyle. That was awesome. How mad do you think Pico is, though?
Oh, once he hears my call, he can't be mad at all.
That's true. He won't be mad
And
at that.
D-Mac's going to shadow box his boys.
Wow, what a blast.
Oh my God, I blacked out. Wow, what a rush.
Good work. Now you get it, right? You get why he wants to do it. Yeah, that's great.
Now my home run, when I hit the home run and he called it, makes all the more sense.
Oh, up in the
Just getting
zone.
a barrel at it.
Drove through it, knew it immediately.
And that's a tough pitch to get on top of from
Porter, yeah, absolutely.
High spin rate, Pico. I just had the call of my life on that home run.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it's incredible. I don't know. I think it was. Maybe. I don't know. Barry was doing a handstand on the wall during the at-bat.
Are you serious?
And we're back in the booth.
Welcome into the broadcast booth. Pico Scala, Kyle Lewis, Barry Aldridge. So fill me in. I know what you spun. What did you spin, Kyle?
5 gift members, which needed to be done. Thankful for that. It was almost talk like Sherman, and I was so scared because that would have been a heck of a home run call if I was Sherman there. As all the players are going to salute the troops here in the stands, both past and present. That was the craziest thing that's ever happened in my life.
That ball from my...
I didn't even say annihilated. I don't even know what happened.
I don't even know. I don't remember what you said, but as soon as you said it, I didn't have commentary. I just went, wow, Kyle, that was really good.
And he was, for 3 pitches back here, handstanding on the wall.
So did you see the home run live? Or were you upside down?
No. I had just fallen back down and stood up, and I just heard Kyle, basically. Yeah. And I looked up, and I saw the ball going over the wall.
It's honestly incredible that I was down there for that, because you just appreciate it more when you're less than 90 feet away from it and see that ball. No!
Well, I gave you a shout out. I thought you were good luck. I mean, you're down there for one batter, and he walks it off with a homer.
Where were you when the ball was hit?
You were in the box.
You got to the box?
Right next to Maceo.
I was right next to Maceo.
Did you high-five him?
I high-fived him. We did like one synchronized dance. He told me, all right, Biko, we're about to slide, and then that happened.
What did you high-five D-Mac?
No, not at all. Maceo, no. I didn't know what the protocol was. He was barreling around.
Gotcha.
I was just hooting and hollering with Maceo. Got to be a fan for a moment there.
Wow.
Or a first base coach, rather. One of 2 of the Bananas dancing first base coaches. Connor Higgins, the new man on the mound. Couple innings pitched, both against the Monarchs this past weekend in Kansas City.
Yeah, this is a guy that I saw thrown in the bullpen last inning, and I was going to ask the journey that you had, Barry, in getting Connor here, because, I mean, he was lighting up the radar gun in Kansas City, a couple 7s, pretty much primarily 93 to 95, which was insanely awesome to see from the left side. As Bill's going to catch him from a beanbag, it looks like, which is the only way to catch him, I feel like.
You know, Kyle, I can't give away all the recruiting tactics. I'm just kidding, man. I found him on Twitter. Connor.
That's where all the good players.
Connor was doing such a great job of keeping the Twitter sphere updated with what he was doing and how he was throwing, and keeping metrics on there. And so when we decided, the coaches said that they wanted to go get a lefty. Just started beating the bushes, getting recommendations, talking to guys, and Connor was a guy that we knew he had electric stuff, maybe a tad wild at times. But honestly, 97, a little wild from the left side. Maybe that's just what the party animals need right now.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a big boy, and it gives him a different look, which comforts me to sleep every night.
And he gets Baber swinging on the 3-2 gas. Good start to his career here in Grayson Stadium. Babes had singled his first time up. By the way, Jared Donaldson's evening is over. Gave up 1 run on a hit and a sprint in the first inning, and after that was magnificent. 5 strikeouts, kept the Bananas in it, ends up winning 2 points, and leaves the ballgame with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, really good stuff from Donnie there. Stuff that we like to see. I actually had a great conversation with Connor in the outfield today. He was, speaking a little bit on his first taste of Banana Land and how excited he was to play a game here in Grayson, obviously, with him starting out in Kansas City. And the main thing that he was concerned about, he was like, my stuff feels good, but I'm just trying to figure out this yellow baseball.
Yes.
It feels a little different. I said, that's the story of my life, man. There's a little white rosin bag that's Marucci branded behind the mound. I said, touch that as much as you can as you're throwing in.
It's a veteran tip right there. Reese Hampton turns around to hit from the right side.
Been pretty good from the right side.
Took Vinny DeRubius deep. Right here in Grayson Stadium from the right side as the count runs full. Higgins, by the way, 5 years in the Los Angeles Angels organization after 3 years at Arizona State, pitched in the Pac-12. He's an Allentown, Pennsylvania native who has adopted the Phoenix area as his home, which I think is the law, as the payoff pitch lifted deep to right. Noah Bridges on his horse, tracks it down.
He got a lot more than that than he thought he did.
And a little kind of strange positioning from Noah there. I mean, I don't think he was expecting Reese to get into one that heavy down the line.
He kind of looked like he was shifting him towards center field more than you would expect with a guy pumping mid to high 90s on the mound.
Kyle, you didn't know it. Well, maybe you did, but you actually had a hand in getting Connor here.
Really?
Yeah, so
look at me go.
Yeah, look at you. So I actually, whenever he was down for his recruiting trip and throw a bullpen and actually face some live batters, I asked you where we should take him for lunch. You told me,
pitch.
And
he liked
what
it.
we did. He really liked it.
Tipping the scales.
Had a good time, went down, had a good meal.
What did you guys get?
Oh man, put me on the spot. I think I had some sort of like shrimp salad.
Got to get those fries, the waffle fries with the chicken and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like $10 and you get like
Spud
17
Mountain or
servings.
something like that.
It's absurd. You could eat that for a week.
It is like 4 meals.
It's so awesome. It's like your paradise.
That's what I got when Barry and I took John Boy and Jake out to dinner back in 2021.
Spoke to them today as well.
How about that?
Small world, yep. Somebody was asking me for a contact for him, and I was like, I think I'm going to ask them if they're cool with this first.
That's a veteran move. That one tapped up the middle. Cox charging. Can't get a tough hop. Acuff is going to reach on what looked like it was going to be an infield single. Ends up squeaking into the outfield. He is 1 for 3 on the night.
Yeah, Acuff beats that out every time.
Tough play for his counterpart at short to make. And now Jake Skoll, 0 for 2 on the night. Happy to see Jared Donaldson gone. Strikeout swinging in both his at-bats against the splitter specialist. Although out of the frying pan into the fire, now he gets mid-90s with a slider and changeup from the left side. Something Jake Skoll has not seen on this tour yet.
Like a pretty good pitch to me.
The heater hits the low outside corner. Jake not happy about the call.
Bill out of the beanbag.
That's a great stop.
Down to the beanbag, through the block to the chest, making sure Acuff's not running. I thought he was going to go batter, but I mean, that's pretty typical, I guess, that he would do the whole inning in a beanbag. Give the boy an inch, he'll take a mile.
That ball lifted to right center. DR makes the call, and he'll make the snag as well. Good first inning in Savannah for Connor Higgins. Gives up the 2-out weak single. Ends up stranding Acuff at first base. Party Animals have not touched home plate safely since the first inning. And the Bananas, for the 5th frame in a row, have a chance to win an inning with just 1 run. Let's chat with the man in the yellow tux, the owner of this here ball club, Mr. Jesse Cole, down on the right field line. And of course, Jesse, I have to start with Mr. Willie. How cool was it to get to honor him tonight?
See that tonight. You know, obviously since we first came to Savannah, we got to know Mr. Willie. For him to be here and so many games, thousands of games, and to see the whole stadium give him a standing ovation, he deserved it. He's been cheering for teams since he came as a kid here back in the 1940s. So for us to cheer back for him meant a lot.
Now you lost your voice in Kansas City, took approximately 3,272,163 selfies. What was that experience like?
You know, it was great, and just shows you a testament to this team and the young professor and Shark and Zach, our entire entertainment team that can really put on a show. And for me, as the crowd's going nuts in the middle of the show right now, for me to be able to get around the crowd and interact with 21,000 fans in Kansas City was pretty special. And so I'm just proud of our team and proud of everything we're doing. And I'll tell you, it's great to be back with the Party Animals as well. As much as we love the challengers, these guys, I spoke to them before the game and I said, we missed you guys, so glad to have you back here. And again, putting on a great game and great show again tonight.
That was my 4th question for you. Good job just getting to it. How about the 3rd question? What about the finish in Kansas City? Eric Jones with you guys down to the final out, homering, and then nearly hitting the first out of the park homer to win showdowns. Of course, it didn't go that way.
It's one of the greatest things about banana ball. It comes down to the wire, the showdowns. This game is just getting better every single day. Can't wait to see where it is at the end of this tour.
Jesse Cole, thank you so much.
Thanks, Beagle. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, Jess. And just in the nick of time, we're back for the first offering from Jake Lialios to Ryan Cox in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dico Scala still with Barry Aldridge, the coordinator of baseball operations for the Bananas, and Kyle Lewigs, the Cowboy, who happens to be the ace of this squad. Are you officially a Cowboy?
I think so.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me in VIB if I was actually from Texas. And I said, ha. I was born in Arlington, so how about them apples?
Ever rode a horse?
Yes, and when we lived in Arlington, we were backed up. Our backyard was backed up right next to a barn, I guess you could call it.
You could call it.
And they had a couple bulls, a bunch of cows, and one horse named Red that was in fact red. And my mom would take the farmer once every 2 weeks to Walmart and get him a bunch of groceries and stuff. And in return, he would let me and my brother ride the horse whenever we wanted.
How about that?
Yeah.
Sound pretty cowboy to me.
Little fun fact for the people, I guess.
That's a barrel from Ryan Cox, but it's going to stay in the air long enough for Jake Skoll to mosey on in. and grab it. Cox 0 for 2 on the night. Flew out to left his first time. And now Jackson Olsen, a loopy liner for a single. He is 1 for 1 on the evening. And wanted me to make sure I told his mom, watching back in Milford, Connecticut, that the new tattoo on his left arm is very much real.
I was there, actually. Saw it. Recommended the tattoo artist.
Who is this?
Jackson Olsen.
Oh, nice. Yeah, DR's got one on his chest, too, that I think he just got a couple days ago.
You guys are getting inked up as party animals are going to boogie here. Jake Lealios, Dustin Baber, Chase Acuff, and Jake Skoll taking what their mamas gave them. And the heater just misses top outside quadrant of the zone.
Jake, I mean, the way that he moves that cookie, it's got to have gravitational pull similar to a large or a small planet, I would assume. I felt like I was getting pulled in from the broadcast booth.
It's a really good point. Probably comparable to, you know, some small moons out there at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Cats have been heating up as of late. Batting average north of 300 as Lytle throws away the mask, but that lands on top of our heads in the booth here.
And you talking to Jesse earlier just made me think of the only interaction that I've had with Jesse, and the thing that I think today,
Okay.
not ever, the only interaction today, yes. And the thing that I think that you wanted to touch on a little bit while I was up in the booth was after filming some stuff for the Ripe Rundown today.
Yes.
I took a little boo-boo in the top of my thumb. It's very minuscule to most, but to me, it's comparable to something that would need workers' comp. And so I brought that to the attention of Jesse, and he didn't even think about laughing and just walked away. So I guess I'm just going to have to be able to work around this and come to work every day. But
Having just seen the injury, I just don't know how you're going to manage that.
I mean, it's on my working hand, my throwing hand, my thumb, which I use a lot, my knee splitter I throw.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Really good point.
It got a 8-year big leaguer to ground out into a double play to me. But other than that, it has been outside of the zone every other time. But, you know, it's fun to mess with. That ball looked like it was 4 inches off.
A generous call from Vincent Chapman, 0-2 count.
But Bill's a better hitter with 2 strikes.
That's a fact. The guy you've been playing with for over 6 years. Good frame from Lyle there.
I looked straight to you because I knew you were going to say it.
It's a funny game, baseball is.
It is.
1-2 from Lealios. Pride of Phoenix, Arizona. Tucson, truly. Bill fouls that out of the stadium.
Flash has got a lot of faith. He's already in the first base coaching box getting loose. Love to see that.
We've got some, I mean, we've had some people run through the first base coaching box today. Biko, the guy that was bouncing on another guy's head.
Right.
Adam Byron, who's supposed to be there. Macio's been there. I'm not sure, but I might have to make my way down there.
Yeah, once it's ring dude time, which is actually coming quick tonight, is Bill. Excellent job going from 0-2 to getting a sprint. And he's cruising towards second. He's going to slam the brakes and hang out there. Try to play some defense. One successful deflection.
Got one off the took it.
Yeah, Skoll bounced that right off his keister. He just got back to the bag in time. This is intriguing. The inning-winning run is in scoring position. And now Danny Hosley with 8 walk-offs on the tour. We'll see what he can do. The Nanners left fielder reached on a missed trick play by Bryson Bloomer at third. Ended up coming around to score to win the third inning.
A healthy hack there in the 1-0 count. And this is a little bit off topic, Pico, but I like to ask the people that I care about. I would care to hear how your experience went, Barry. How'd you sleep last night? Pretty good?
I slept tremendous last night.
Pretty good.
Thanks for asking. Slept really, really good. Yeah.
I feel like it's not something that gets brought up a whole lot. I mean, it could quite literally ruin the next day if you don't get enough sleep.
How about you, Kyle?
Delightful. I probably got more sleep than I've gotten since the tour started.
Any
And I
particular
woke
reason?
up, no, not really. I woke up, watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 because I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 last night. And, I mean, you can't start your day bad if you start it like that.
I was thinking about going and seeing it last night.
Good
Didn't
stuff.
do it.
Good
Was
stuff.
it good?
Kyle and I both went.
Yes. I almost brought a tear to my eye.
I heard.
A couple laughs. Get to learn a lot about Rocket. I'm not going to spoil too much more than that, but
Very true.
he's definitely my favorite character from the show now.
That one just misses the outside corner. Count runs full. Lialio's pretty good at controlling the mannerisms on the mound. Showed his distaste, but nothing egregious there.
Good pitch here.
And it's outside. That wins the inning for the Nanners. Bill Leroy racing around third. Hosley has his 9th walk-off of the tour. And the Bananas up 3-1. And they're all doing the John Wall on home plate.
Wow, circa 2011.
How about that?
Feels right.
It was definitely when I was in high school.
Shout out Washington Wizards back in the day. Underrated part of that walk-off is Bill Leroy had an 0-2 count for the back-to-back sprints there. As you look high above historic Racing Stadium and you're in the booth. Pico Scala, Barry Aldridge, Kyle Lewigs, and the time has come. It is Zappos giveaway o'clock? O'clock, yeah.
Everything is o'clock.
That's the time of the night.
I was doing the drums for you.
The magic word tonight that you will have to put into the form, we are linking in the comment section and below the video, is loved.
Loved. Just like the way I feel about you two. I feel loved by you two.
Thanks, Kyle. Loved, of
I think
course.
we should hug.
The Banana Ball World Tour in 2023, loved by our good friends over at Zappos. And how apropos, our first word, buzzwords with Pico, loved.
Buzzwords with Pico. That rolls off the tongue.
Loved. So you can open up that form now, throw the old loved in there, send it in. At the end of the evening on the post-game show, we will announce who the winner is. And Millicent Bean Supreme, the queen of the K-Club, is going to be contacting you through the information that you leave us in this form.
In the interweb.
Correct.
Through the interweb.
Virtually.
Yes.
Virtual world for a virtual girl.
That's correct.
And by the way, you can enter it after the 7th inning. Good call, Melly B, who has graced us with her presence in the booth. So, you have 6 outs. Could be less than that if the Bananas walk the inning off, but I digress. To get it in.
Could be 3. Could be 40 minutes. Could be a minute and a half.
That's true.
You just never know.
No one has lied. Remember, the word loved here. So good luck getting the pair of Hokas, which are absolutely phenomenal shoes. They look awesome. And I've seen a bunch of people in the chat absolutely loving what they've got out of their Hokas as Bill behind the back.
People don't understand how hard that is. It's unbelievable.
I was mindlessly scrolling through TikTok as most do.
Yes.
The other day, and I came across the videos. I can't remember the guy's name. He had a couple of our yellow banana balls, and the caption of the start of the video was throwing down like the Bananas catcher. And they were rolling through probably like 3 of Bill's main throwdowns that he does, and they were abysmal. And I think that they were pretty talented catchers, so that was pretty funny to see.
4, 5, 6 for the Party Animals as Bryson Bloomer sends it back toward Dakota Burnsett's direction, our third base camera woman again.
No flinch. No flinch at all.
Now,
Cold-blooded over there. Now, one person I wouldn't put past the trick throwdowns that Bill does. Oh,
Matt Malatesta between the legs. That's a trick play
how about it?
for the 2021 Coastal Plain League champion.
How about that?
Look at the monster go.
He should have went to the handstand.
I'm a big fan of the mustache, the handlebars that he has started incorporating, by the way. I feel like his season has really started taking off since the handlebars.
I mean, he's drawing them on kids with Sharpies.
Unbelievable.
He's got a big old bag of the sticker mustaches that you can put on. I mean, everybody's running. DJ the Invader has one on his mask.
Which I actually like. It's a good addition to the mask.
I mean, it's an interesting color hair tone. I don't even know what his face, I don't know if he has a face. But if he had hair on his face, I didn't think it would be that white, silver color. But he's from outer space. What can you say?
Can't argue with it. That one sliced to third. That's going to be an E5 on Jackson Olsen as Dalton Cornett takes a big round of first base. He's now 0 for 2 on the night. Was caught stealing first his last time. Also has popped out.
If you look at that, somebody else venturing to the first base coaching box.
Brandon Sherman, Long Island kid over at first. Matt Malatesta, pride of Brant Beach, New Jersey on the bump.
I say this completely seriously. I think Brandon Sherman might be the most interesting man on either team. Just from the stories I've heard, conversations I've had with him.
This one's skied in the infield. EJ makes the call. He's called off by Dalton Malden, who's there for out number 2.
I think that's the coldest take anybody's ever taken.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the weirdest people on the planet. I think if you give me a table with 3 seats around it, okay, and you give me Theo Vaughn, Michael Kowalski.
Oh! Tanner Thomas with a laser beam. Cornett's going to go first to third. And 2018 and 2019 Banana racing to second on the throw that missed the cutoff from Noah Bridges. 2 guys in scoring position with 2 down. Okay, so your table has Tanner's now 1 for 3.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn, Brandon Sherman,
And Michael Kowalski.
Michael Kowalski.
I don't even know if they want
Who's the
chairs. I
fourth?
don't even know. It's just 3.
Oh, okay, so it's you. You're the 4th.
No, I don't want to be at that table. God, no.
How could you not want to be at that table?
If I had to think of a 4th, maybe like honorable mention, I'd probably throw Nick Clarno on there.
Good.
That's a good one.
Just put them 4 and see what. I would just love to be a fly on the wall and hear about.
You wouldn't want to be a cockroach, though.
No, he would eat me. That was good.
It's really good, Barry. Breland is 2 for 2. Couple base knocks, chops that up the middle. Cox gets the high hop, throws to first. Just in time. Wow, the glove magician coming up clutch. 2 men left in scoring position. Any run scored would have been unearned, but Matt Malatesta picks up his defense. And let's take a look at his first trick play of the year once again after we get a good gander at that magnificent handlebar mustache. How about this? Between the legs, boy, he did that. Easy breezy, beautiful, Kyle.
Cover girl. Now, Biko, I hate putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
I really do. You're really good at your job.
Yes, thank you.
That was his second trick play.
Oh,
He went between the legs in Charleston, West Virginia.
It was. I didn't want to mention it, but
No.
Kyle's right.
You got to give him credit for when credit's due, and I stand behind my pitcher.
put me on the spot, man. We've got it in Josh Talevsky's statistics
And I
Google
know for a
Doc.
fact he's not going to miss one.
Come on, Biko.
It's okay. It's okay. You
That's
missed one.
Biko's blunders. You'll see that on Sunday
I'm going to tear you apart.
when the Right Rundown episode 2 comes
I
out.
just hope my thumb.
Was it like every third fly ball?
Thank you, man. Yeah, just about.
There might be some. I told them that I didn't want to see the clips before. I wanted to get some raw reaction.
Yes.
I was open to go for some. I want some coaching to be there, you know, because Biko's one of my good friends. I want him to get better. So I was imagining something of the This Is ESPN series. You know, Scott Van Pelt's watching film with him, commentate stuff in the booth, and he's just, you know, not even facing the camera, or he's laying down, or he's not in the camera, and he doesn't see what's wrong with him. And Biko could be blind to his mistakes. And I'm here to point them out, you know.
I think Jimmy Rollins was his
I
guy.
think so.
in that one.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff there. One of them, I think he asked if he was even trying, or if he even cared.
Yes.
Tough stuff. A lot of good stuff.
This is Sports Center, man. Is it?
They're not this sports center.
Kyle's blunder, you'll see it
There it
Sunday on the Right Rundown. Another beautiful moment in Banana Land as the 7th inning stretch means we are all yellow, and then you get a good look at Daffin Park and historic Racing Stadium inside it. 96 years young. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bananas lead 3-1.
And there's something on fire on the field, and it is not a baseball in my hand. The third base coach box has what looks like a movable fire pit, and it looks like a setup for s'mores.
It does, and the Bananas coaches are actually, looks like they're going to have themselves a little cookout.
Yeah, Adam Virant and Tyler Gillum out there just melting some marshmallows and chocolate on some graham crackers.
I wonder if anybody's going to be lucky enough to make their way to third. Get them a tasty snack.
It's quite an incentive.
I mean, I could go for a s'more right now, I can tell you that much.
Maybe DR actually would have held up at third back in the 4th inning if there were some s'mores for him over there.
Good call back.
Getting thrown out going home. Noah Bridges is 1 for 1 on the night. RBI walk-off single. Won the third inning, tied the game at 1. Bananas have walked off back-to-back innings in the 5th and the 6th.
And one of the more wackier arms on the mound for the Party Animals, it's Tucker Perry. And I've seen that hat so much. I don't know what the importance is.
What's it say?
I don't know. I've seen it so many times, I think I've blanked out from it. But he loves it so much. He wears it every day. And, I mean, it gets he plays in it.
Tucker pretty much just fastball slider from the submarine angle. And tell you, he wanted that 1-2 pitch called. Understandably so, looked pretty good.
We're getting intel from the Wizard Chad Reese that the hat says Godspeed.
That's a fact. Good work, Chad.
It's good by me.
Tucker was a banana in the summer series this past August and September. He's come back on the dark side. As Noah continues to battle. Good AB from the Bananas right fielder. It's 9-10-1. Near the bottom of the 7th.
He was somebody that, you know, we decided to not go with at the start of the tour, actually from tryouts after leading it away from that summer series. And he's one of those guys.
It's a good barrel to left, but Tanner Thomas there to snag it.
One of those guys, a part of, you know, that depth roster bench that we have, because, I mean, you know, playing 90-something games, you're gonna have guys that fall out, and you're gonna have to replace them. Barry, do you have any more thoughts or comments on that bench and what it takes to build such a deep roster?
It's a great question. I think between myself, Adam Virant, Tyler Gillum, and then honestly, you guys, a lot of the guys that have been around the banana ball for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, you guys honestly are the greatest source of, all of our recruiting. And that's why we strive to really provide a good experience to all the players, is they know another player, and then they know another player. So we really want to make sure that we're constantly, bringing people into the fold, because once we get them here and they experience this, it's infectious.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not, guys that you want and you know are going to be in baseball shape, but it's not necessarily, we don't have a building far, far away where we're just training guys in a lab and holding them off from everyday life. They got to go out and make a living and stay baseball ready at the same time if they get a call. So it's definitely, I can't imagine it's an easy task to do.
It's a lot of fun, though. I'll tell you that. It's a lot of fun. And fun story about Tucker, I'll give you right after the pitch right here. So Tucker, funny enough, I was watching the broadcast, and when the former party animal, Carson Goldsmith, got injured, that was, I think, the 2nd inning of the game.
Yes,
by the 4th inning of the game, Tucker's contract was signed. We had already talked about, what would happen, who would be first man up, and
that's a barrel down the left field line for Alex Ziegler. He's sniffing 2 bags, and he's going to motor into second with a stand-up double. How about the Bat Trickster Extreme?
Oh, and he's going to get a s'more at second. How about that?
Gillum and Viro bringing that sweet goodness to Ziggy, who has his 2nd knock on the tour. And I'll tell you what, the bat trick's coming up to the plate. He's reached a whole nother level here in 2023.
The guy, he's calm, cool, and collective. Nothing makes the guy upset. And if there's 3 things that are certain in life, there's death, because nobody can cheat that. There's taxes, because the IRS will get you. And Ziggy's going to find that darn barrel and put it on that bat. Whether he gets out or not, that's up to the way the baseball plays out. But
he's now 2 for 11 on the tour, but has certainly hit a lot of balls hard, as Malachi Mitchell is going to race out to pinch run for him. That's the inning-winning run in scoring position.
The ball that he hit in Kansas City was scorched to left. Me and Dan both thought I had a chance of getting out. That short push to left, I was blown away.
Nobody holding on. Flash the kid. Now 2-1 on DR Meadows, back at the top of the order. A fly out and a 3-base sprint was thrown out, trying to make it 4. Barry, back to your thought on signing Tucker Perry.
We had already discussed that Tucker would be next man up, and so I didn't need to,
Well, hold that thought. Flare down the right field line. Malachi had to wait to see if it was going to drop. He gets about halfway home, racing back, throw from Lytle. Not in time, because it drew Bloomer off the bag. That was absolute mayhem. And will you ever get to finish your story, Barry?
I'm not sure.
Oh, he's out. Oh, my gosh. Chris Walker called him out. You won't, Barry.
Caught him out on the back pick.
Wow. We'll get a look at it again. Yeah, he was clearly safe. That's a tough one. Jalen Johnson rewinding it, sending it back forward.
Yep. Well, let me burn through this real quick just because I might not get it out otherwise. Long story short, Tucker was hanging out at the beach on a little vacation down in Florida. Texted me back right away, had the contract to him about an inning later, and he signed it immediately. So he was ready to come back to Banana Land and join us full time for the tour.
And he's one of the great characters. I mean, he's as goofy as they come. Really funky arm, fills up the zone. Certainly a no-brainer to get him back in Banana Land ASAP.
Yeah, he's been nothing but great by, he worked mostly all the camps of the summer 2022 for me, as well as, as the first guy to ask to work on them. And he was a guy, whenever he got cut from tryouts, he texted me about once a week about, things that he could do or work on pitching-wise and how he could build his character more that would be more appetizing to keep him here in Banana Land. So he's got a vote by me.
By the way, a good time to remind everybody that the giveaway ends at the end of the inning. The word is love. And after the 7th inning is complete, you will not get a chance to enter your name in for the free pair of Zappos shoes.
You guys still doing the yard card here?
You got it here? Yeah.
I think I'm going to use my yard card.
It's always in play.
I'm going to use my yard card on the EJ.
2-1 pitch. I like it. There goes DR. Inside, throw from Lytle. Whoa, not in time.
There's the CPL DR that we know and love.
It was bang bang at second. And Meadows now 10 for 14 on the tour and stolen base attempts. As we get to look at this one, good call, Chris Walker. That looks like tie goes to the runner. So for the second time in the inning, the winning run in scoring position, and this time he's going to score. EJ gets the sprint, and the Bananas walk off their 3rd straight frame. DR Meadows grabs a s'more, coming around 3rd, takes a bite, touches home to walk the inning off. Anners lead 4-1.
That was one we really needed there. I felt like that would have been 2 innings tonight that we kind of threw away on base run and blunders. So that's definitely big to go up 4-1 going into the 8th, and unfortunately, that is my call to the dugout to get ready, to do some push-ups, to get on top of the dugout, and let people know that it is the last inning in the ninth. So, can't thank you enough for giving me the opportunity and being in the right place at the right time to call my one and probably only home run call, and to spend time with people that love me. Loved by Zappos, and you guys. I'm loved by you guys. So.
Yeah, and Biko and Barry.
Yeah.
Correct. Kyle Lewis, loved by Zappos, Biko, and Barry. Put it on a t-shirt. Thank you so much, Kyle. There goes the ace of the Banana squad. And we will let the Banana Nanas boogie here, Biko and Barry. We'll be right back after the Nanas do their thing. The Banana Nanas superb as per usual. We head to the 8th inning. Less than 24 minutes on the clock, but we just need to get through that here in the 8th so that we can start the 9th. As the Bananas just throwing the ball around willy-nilly. Oh, Mike Vivacis out there. Some action with Jackson Olsen's glove. Billy Hosley jogging back from foul territory to left. Everybody getting situated for this 8th frame of action tonight. The Niners lead by 3 points. And it is 9-10-1 for the Party Animals. Joe Lytle, Dustin Baber, then Reese Hampton at the top of the order. That ball cranked off the netting.
Thank goodness it grabbed the netting. You hate to see the top spin, the really hard hit top spins just clear the net. Those are really dangerous and tough to look, tough to see.
1-1 count on the Party Animals catcher. Grounded out and gotten a 2-base sprint tonight. The sprint that Breland was thrown out at home on. Fantastic defense from the Nanners there. Matt Malatesta out for his 2nd inning of work, the splitter specialist. The USC Beaufort. County College before that. Now, the pride of Oklahoma City, where we will be in a couple weekends. The sprint for Lytle, he's digging for 2. Bananas outfielders get the tag in time. Excellent work by Meadows, Bridges, and Hosley at the end to nab Lytle.
I don't know that we time the sprint defense, but I think we should, because that had to be one of the better sprint defenses that I've ever seen. Very, very quick and fluid around. Everybody crashing in towards second base. Shout out Eric Burns for really helping develop and come up with that defense, because it has really, I don't want to say changed banana ball, but it's added a defense to the automatic double that kind of the sprint used to be.
It's banana ball defensive analytics, and you're right. Eric Burns spent so much time, so often in practice on the Bananas, just grinding that sprint defense last year on the tour.
But it came through when they started practicing that religiously, immediately you started seeing games kind of shift to their favor even more heavily. It was really impressive. I'll tip my cap. It was cool to behold.
Can't wait for Burnsy to grace us with his presence once again in Banana Land. He's just about as busy as they come with the No Filter Network and the billions of youth baseball teams he coaches. Count full at 3-2 as Baber talking with his teammates about why he swung at the 3-1 offering there. 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout for the Party Animals second baseman. And Barry, you never did get to finish the story about Tucker Perry, did you?
I think so. I think the end of it was basically that Tucker was ready, willing, and able. And whenever I called, he was there to answer.
Babes is going to test, though. He's going to slam the brakes. There was a fumble between Dalton Malden and Jackson Olsen, and Dustin thought about turning on the Jets, but he's content with one bag.
Well, that's the power of the sprint defense right there. He just watched the guy right before him get thrown out, and while that may have been a much better opportunity to actually get in there, all he's thinking about is how fast they got it around last time.
At the top of the order we go. Party Animals lineup turns on its head, and Reese Hampton takes a splitter on the low outside corner for strike 1. He doubled and scored back in the first inning, couple fly outs. One to left, one to right since then. Ball flicked towards center. DR barreling in. He's not going to get there in time. Good read by Baber, who's going for third. The throw on the run. Not in time as Ryan Cox was ranging over from short. And that's heads up aggressive base running from Babes.
Yeah, really high baseball IQ there, or banana ball IQ rather. Works for either. Seeing that no one was covering third base there on the shift, so went ahead and took the extra bag. Otherwise, he would have been thrown out very easily. It's kind of a good play by DR, honestly, to lob the ball towards third and lead Ryan Cox to the bag.
Double here from Malatesta. Party Animals on the corners with one down for Chase Aka. 1 for 3 on the night.
Chase's bat's been coming around.
He's up to 280. 368 on base percentage. Ties him for 10th on the tour with Bill Leroy. He's been incredibly productive. How about his story? 2021 Coastal Plain League Banana gets a ring. CPL champs. Teammate of Matt Malatesta on the bump, although they never played together because Acuff was the first month plus of the summer and Malatesta came in for the final 3 weeks or so. but all part of the squad that combined talents to win the first of back-to-back championships. No throw for Hampton, taking second, who's now 11 for 13 on the tour in stolen base attempts.
I think that's a good good play by Bill to put that one in your pocket. Reese is flying towards second there. There's no reason to risk that run.
Guy who stole 65 bags in 82 attempts last year for the Gastonia Honey Hunters in the Atlantic League. Of course, read the 12th round draft pick in 2018 by the Detroit Tigers. And is bring the infield in. 2-2 now on Acuff, who is excellent at putting the bat on the ball. Almost guarantees something's going to happen. That one just misses the inside corner, count full.
I do think that was in, but man, that inside strike's not there very often.
It's tight. Payoff pitch fouled off. Looks like Malatesta's been working in a slider here or there, which he did not throw when he made his Banana Land debut back in the summer of 2021. Another payoff. That one yanked down and out. Faber scores easily from third. Hampton will do the same from second, as Acuff not testing that stout Banana sprint defense. Picks up 2 ribeyes and a 1-base sprint. The Animals lead the 8th inning 2-zip.
And that's been the one thing that Matt's kind of struggled with this year, and I think he would say that himself, that he'd like to cut back on the sprints pretty significantly. When he stays in the zone, his stuff is really good, particularly that splitter that he hangs his hat on. But unfortunately, it's banana ball is a sport that can really get out of hand quickly if you start walking folks.
He'd actually gone 9 appearances without allowing a run until now.
Wow.
That one nearly nails Dakota Burnside, who's gotten a lot of action on that third base camera tonight. I'm glad that she was not as stoic as she had been earlier on, because I think that was literally where she was standing.
Yeah, I do too. I don't blame her. I'd move too.
It's like arrow roulette. Coxie had a mile to run over there because of the skull shift. Jackson Olsen is on the first base side of second instead of holding down the hot corner. Cole 0 for 3, couple strikeouts and a fly out. Testa right after him with the heater, count 0-2. Pretty incredible because, as you mentioned, the bugaboo from Matt early on was the control, and you saw it with Donaldson too. The splitter guys with this new yellow banana ball having a little trouble getting the grip as EJ flips it to second. And Cox no chance to return it. Skull runs like the wind. Well, here's Jesse Cole.
Tallest pitcher, please welcome Dakota Stilts Elbritton.
And a time for Stilts to get inserted into the action. The Niners lead the game by 3 points, trail the inning by 2 runs. And just less than 15 minutes on the clock. But Dakota has been awful effective this year as Malatesta exits after an inning and 2/3 tossed.
Dakota's such a great example of a guy that, people will ask, oh, what's that about? I thought you said it was super competitive, and it's like, well, why don't you look at his stats? I mean, Dakota puts the barrel on the ball a lot. He definitely gets outs. That angle is very, very difficult. The only thing I won't say he does phenomenally is field.
Yes.
But we've got something for that, hopefully.
A little trick up our sleeves. If you follow Dakota on the social medias, you could have gotten a sneak peek at it.
And if you don't follow him, then what are you doing?
It's a fact.
Go give our guy Stilts a follow.
His 14th appearance on the tour. He's got an even 3 ERA. Across 6 innings, only 2 runs given up. 11 hits, 3 hit batters, 3 sprints, only a couple strikeouts. He does a great job of stranding any runners that he allows to reach. Right now he's trying to strand one of Malatesta's. 2-2 count on Bryson Bloomer. 0 for 2 on the night. But had the RBI sprint in the first. It's the reason why Party Animals have a point tonight, as It's another tool of Dakota Albritton's he has added since last year. That was a front door slider.
Yeah, stepped across his body there.
Cut and a miss! He strikes out Bryson Bloomer, the tour's leader in batting average. And he'll gritty his way off the field.
Hot take, I think that's the most athletic thing that he does. Grittying at 10, 12 feet tall is really hard to comprehend.
No, not a hot take in the slightest. I'm mystified by it. The pitching and the hitting is one thing. You understand why he has trouble in the field when he's about 3 feet away from being able to touch the ground with his glove. We've actually seen a bouncer go right through the wickets before on him. But he came out there and got the job done. So the Bananas need 2 runs to tie the eighth, 3 to win it. Although they already do lead this ball game by 3 points, 4-1. And Brett Helton, 4-year man out of the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, is going to take over, the Colorado Springs kid. He's been the de facto closer for the boys in black and pink on the tour. 25 and a third innings tossed, averaging 3 minutes and 15 seconds per frame thrown. That is leading the tour 6 seconds better than Matt Wolf. And as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, Barry Aldridge, thank you so much for coming on and spending so much time with us on the broadcast tonight, man.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. It was a blast, as always. See you later.
See you later! There goes the coordinator of Banana Ball Ops. I don't know if we've actually officially changed that title. But it has been what he's done over the past couple years. Can't stress it enough. He's been the man who has crafted every professional team the Bananas have ever made. And like he said, a lot of other guys have been involved. That first World Tour team, Adam Morrow, recruited a whole ton of the guys. Of course, as of late, Tyler Gillum, Adam Byron, and all the players getting in on the action. Uncle Deeb, one of those cats who is probably in the 99.999 percentile of well-connected people in the country. Everybody in the baseball world knows Deeb, and of course he's got the 4 years playing D1 football at Notre Dame to add a handful of connections as well. This one popped up. Who's going to get it? Nice snag. Reese Hampton in foul territory battling with the bullpen mound and ends up on top of the bench. Devo for 3. And there's 3-hole hitter. Came in hitting 360 tonight. Now it'll be Dakota McFadden. 1 for 2, his last at bat. Ended the 5th inning in one fell swoop. For this one, it's going to come down in Acuff's glove. Couple quick outs for the Tour's MPI king, Brett Helton. D-Mac now 1 for 3 with that walk-off homer, which, by the way, was his tour-leading 10th walk-off. First man to double digits. Now Ryan Cox, 0 for 2. Fly ball, shallow right, coming in. Hampton there to snag it. And what a quick inning from Brett Helton. 1 minute and 22 seconds, the 3rd fastest inning of all time. Brett Helton does it again. Unbelievable. Here's the young professor.
Inning in the game of banana ball. Every run counts for a point. So this is a very important situation. This is the time for your Savannah Bananas to come on out and shut them down, hold that lead and walk it off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final inning.
Well, the young professor never disappoints. Always exciting to see that man pick up a microphone. With just about 10 minutes on the clock remaining, we head to the 9th inning. The 2-hour timer no longer matters. Every run scored here in the 9th inning counts as a point. Party Animals win the 8th inning 2-0. And they trail the Bananas 4-2. And how about Brett Helton? 1 minute and 22 seconds. He has the 2nd fastest inning all time at 121. He has now the 6th fastest inning of all time, tied with Jeremy Guthrie at 127. He has the 9th fastest inning of all time at 129, tied with Garrett Delano and Jared Donaldson. He also has the 13th 17th fastest things of all time as well. So he is filling up that top 20 like no one else in the history of this young sport. Danny Hosley on the bump. As you see Jake Lialios and Cowboy Kyle Lewis doing what they do best. Ring dudes, letting everybody know that we are heading to our final frame. Danny Hosley, the Niners closer, has been the best pitcher on the tour thus far. This is his 23rd appearance. 22 of them in relief. He has all 5 of the Bananas saves. A microscopic 1.67 ERA. No one is in the stratosphere as far as preventing runs from scoring in banana ball on this tour than Danny Hosley. Only 14 hits, 1 hit batter, 10 sprints in his 27 innings pitched, in which he has struck out 41. Mystifying numbers for the kid out of George Mason, who, by the way, played the first 8 innings tonight in left field. A couple years at Patrick and Henry Community College, 2 more at Norfolk State before he finished up this past year at GMU. 4-seam fastball, 12-6 curveball, and a nasty Vulcan changeup. We zoom out and zoom back in. Party Animals at 5, 6, 7 in the order. One raises the top of the zone. Generous call from Vincent Chapman. You see 3 the DH, 0 for 2. Cut and miss on the heater right down Broadway. Hosley has struck out Cornett 3 times on the tour. He's way ahead of the off speed right there. That's why that is so extra impressive. Cornett's only struck out 6 times. Lowest on the Party Animals. Compared to 15 ball 4 sprints he's received as he skies that to center. DR racing in. Party Animals down to their final 2 outs. Jason Swan, the first baseman, 0 for 3. Cranks that to left. And he brings the game's tying run up to the dish. Swanee with the frozen rope. And now Tanner Tinger Thomas to tie this ball game in one fell swoop. 1 for 3 on the evening. Single back in the 7th. Strike out and a fly out before that. These 3 homers. Gonna put the ball out of the park. Triple and a couple doubles as well. Not even at 1-1. The pride of Vienna, Virginia on the bump. And out of Fleming Island, Florida at the dish. The Jacksonville kid leads off first. Swing and a miss at that devastating changeup. Just disappears down and away from lefties. And then he gets the 12-6 curve. Good job by Mr. Tanner Tinger Thomas to hold up. Let's go! 2-2. Cut and a miss. The changeup gets the job done. And the Animals down to their final out. Breland Almadova. Their last hope. Party Animals left fielder 2 for 3 tonight. Couple singles and a ground out. And blown away by the heater. Hosley was in the low 90s 94 in Kansas City this past weekend. Reeling, laser beam to right. Bridges is there. Bananas win it 4-2. Big win for the boys in yellow. Shark getting in on the action there for a heartbeat. The Bananas now 3 games back of the Party Animals. They improved to 10-13 against their arch rivals. Of course, the exact opposite occurs for the boys in black and pink. And let's throw it down to Bill Leroy to shout out his guys.
Get your hands together. One last time, coming to the mountain to celebrate a Bananas win. Myself, Bill Leroy. Up next, we have our wonderful coaches, Coach Adam Byron, Coach Tyler Gillen. We have our entertainers, fastest man in baseball, Plastic Kid Mitchell. And our bad trickster with a double down the left field line tonight, Alex Ziegler. And of course, the tallest man in baseball, striking out a batter, Mr. Stills. And our dancing first base coach, Maceo. Up next, we got a little leapfrog from our pitchers and reserves. Starting pitcher going 6th inning, Jared Donaldson. Kyle Louise, Matt Malatesta, the Invader, Mr. Connor Higgins, and Mr. Christian, Mr. Electric Dearman. Up next, we have number 3, home down first base tonight, Mr. Eric Joel. Up next, we got number 9, the Savannah Bananas heartthrob, Noah Bridges. Now coming up, we have number 19, Daniel Obers. Closing out the 9th inning, number 18, throwing gas, Danny Hosley. Up next, with a whole lot of swag and a whole lot of trick plays, number 6, Mr. Ryan Cox. And the doctor coming to the mound, number 5, swiping bases tonight, DR the Doc Meadows. Up next, singing his own song, the songbird of our generation, number 13, Dalton Malden. The Italian stallion himself, coming to the top of the mound, Vinny Derubius. Leaving the yard tonight, hit the ball over the left field wall, number 24, Dakota D-Mac McFadden. You know him, you love him. SpongeBob SquarePants himself, signatures all over the body, Michael D. Last but certainly not least, our greatest showman and social media star, number 8, Jackson Olsen. One more time for your Savannah Bananas! Thank you, Banana Nation. You guys have been great. The entire team, the cast, everyone will be out in front signing autographs, meeting you guys. Thank you. We love you, Banana Nation. We'll see you in the Plaza Party.
Always fun when those boys get to celebrate a victory. They are now 14, 16, and 2 on the tour. And as I just mentioned, 3 games behind the Party Animals, 10 and 13 and 2 against their arch rivals, the antagonists of Banana Land. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Pico Scala, the broadcast entertainer for the Nanners. It's time to give away some shoes. The Bananas win. Well, it doesn't matter who would win. We're going to give away shoes on every broadcast we have from this point on. Thanks to our good pal over at Zappos. Our winner tonight, drum roll, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Graham S. Graham S., you will be getting contacted from us via email, phone, fax machine, smoke signal, telegraph. You're going to get it all. It's basically like Ryan's woof from The Office. So we will get you your Hokas. So fired up that Graham S. is our first winner. Let's play again on Saturday night and a sneak peek, a little sneak peek of the madness that will be going on this Saturday night as our coordinating producer of Bananas TV, Chad Reese, hops on the broadcast. How you living, Big Tiger?
I'm doing great. That was a great game. That was a lot of fun.
Really good one. What's the big deal about Saturday? Why should people be excited about Saturday?
So not only are we going to continue to be giving out shoes from Zappos every single broadcast for the rest of the tour.
For sure.
Saturday night is also my 24th birthday, and everybody watching right now is invited to my birthday party, which is going to be taking place right here in this broadcast booth. So please, I feel really sad if I invited all these people and nobody showed up. So please. It's coming to my party.
If the numbers on viewership is not good on Saturday night, we will be sorely disappointed, and no one will be more disappointed than Chad.
At least, let me know if you can't make it.
Correct.
But otherwise, I'd love to see you all there. It'll be a lot of fun.
What's our P.O. box? Do you have that off the top of your head?
Julia, send up the graphic. I don't know it off the top of my head. Send up the P.O. box
send it up,
graphic
Julia.
if you got it.
Julia Massey, send it up.
I don't expect any presents. I don't expect nothing.
No.
It's just let's all hang out, eat some pizza, have fun.
But if you can't watch the game, please send a letter to Chad so he understands, By the way, there's Julia, you're the best.
Thank you.
There is our P.O. box. Shout out Caden for sending us the message tonight that Michael Deeb got to read on the broadcast. I'll be sharing that with all the Nanners down in the locker room post-game so that his message truly gets out to all the Bananas who got a victory for him tonight. It was really good artistry from Caden and an X out on the Party Animals logo. Have to think it factored into the outcome this evening.
Oh, 100%. I think that was the juice that got him hitting, as Reggie would say.
That's a fact. If it wasn't the Reginade in the dugout, it was the juice that Caden hit him up with. Okay, so quick recap before we shut it down and come back to you at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday as Chad goes back to being a coordinating producer of this thing and just floats into the abyss of the world off this camera. Bananas win 4-2. Jared Donaldson, 5 excellent innings on the bump. Comes away with 5 strikeouts, just 1 run. Really good outing for the Nanners splitter specialist. That's a great sign. Connor Higgins comes in. Great inning of relief there as well. Matt Malatesta looked pretty good over an inning and 2/3. Does give up his first run in the past 10 outings. But, hey, can't be infallible all the time. Malatesta's been great, and the Bananas ended up having his back as Danny Hosley came in and shut it down with the tying run at the dish in the 9th inning. So, Cowboy Kyle will be starting for the Bananas on Saturday. I have it on good authority that Sean Fluke, the exterminator, will be getting the start for the Party Animals. We're going to try to slap a mic on him in the 2nd inning, and I'm telling you, that is can't miss TV. Talk about a birthday present for Chad Reese. That is some really good stuff. Okay, before we close this thing down, a huge thank you from all of us in BTV for getting goofy with us on a thirsty Thursday evening here as the Nanners come away victorious. Time to also shout out our entire cast and crew that made it possible on the broadcast side of things. Starting in the control room, our technical director, Griffin Ellis, always pressing all the right buttons, and the beautiful brain behind this operation, our director, Keegan Woods. Phenomenal work, Keegan. You're getting better and better down there, man. That was excellent. On audio, Kwanzi, one name. Everybody knows it. Replay, Jalen Johnson. Oh, my gosh. Absolutely superb tonight. I mean, just phenomenal stuff, Jalen. A lot of really close plays. He was always on it, and that's a testament to our camera people as well, who will be shouted out in a second. On graphics, Julia Massey, bringing up the P.O. box at the end and on point all evening as well. On the scorebug, Michael Basista. I would never forget you, Michael. Really good work by you, the scorebug. Always looking supreme when you are rocking and rolling. Now, into the camera realm, Emerson Elmgren down on the first base side, our Iron Horse of BTV, and across the diamond from her, Dakota Burnshead, who got nailed by a foul ball today, had about 4 or 5 more coming in her general direction. She barely flinched, except for when one was going to pop right on top of her head. Dakota, excellent work by you, and you are tough as nails. On High Home, Jackson Hamilton tonight on the debut of High Home. Looked great to me. Jackson, that's what I'm talking about. On the Low Home, Freddie Ross. Debut for Freddie Ross, too? Feels like a debut, smells like a debut. Chad confirms it. Freddie, Low Home looked great, dude. On center field, Ben Barks. That's a guy who preceded me in BTV. He's the best. And on the drone tonight is Nick Keldy. I mean, come on. Who better than Nick when it comes to the Banana Panorama? On the roaming camera, Chris Haynes. Good to get him out of the control room and dancing around a little bit with the camera in hand. On the fan cam tonight, Bella, who brought in dynamite brownies. Fan cam was awesome. Brownies were stupendous. And our moderators tonight in the chat, Scott Thompson and Colbite, thank you so much. Trissa Ballet, hope you enjoyed your night off. You deserved it. What a really fun evening in Bananaland. Big shout out to Sam Claycamp, Michael Deeb, Kyle Lewigs, and Barry Aldridge for all coming up into the booth, as well as Eric Jones for popping a mic on him, and for Maceo Harrison dealing with me dancing over in first base before D-Mac hit that homer. Nanners win 4-2. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll have pregame on Saturday night, and 7 p.m. Eastern will be first pitch for Chad's birthday. For our coordinating producer, Chad Reese, the straw that stirs the drink that is BTV. I'm Vico Scala saying so long for now. Nanners victorious. We'll see if they can make it 2 straight on Saturday, and of course, we'll see you later!